Have you ever stopped to consider why you're still standing, even after all the challenges you've faced? Success often hides in plain sight, woven into the habits, mindsets, and principles that guide your life. Let me take you on a journey, a deep dive into why you are already on the path to success, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Let's start with the cornerstone of success: taking responsibility for your actions. It's a simple concept, but a monumental shift in mindset. Many people spend their lives blaming external circumstances, bad luck, difficult people, unfair systems. While it's true that life isn't always fair, the Stoics remind us that fairness isn't the point. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Taking responsibility means acknowledging that you have control over one thing: yourself. Think about it. When you stop pointing fingers and start asking, "What can I do to change this?" you reclaim power over your life. It's not easy. It requires humility to admit your role in mistakes and courage to take action. But this single mindset can transform setbacks into stepping stones. Now, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. Only 15% of my audience is currently subscribed, so if these insights resonate with you, I'd love for you to join our community and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. Imagine someone facing financial trouble. They could easily blame their employer, the economy, or even their upbringing. But those who succeed are the ones who take ownership, asking questions like, "How can I earn more? How can I spend more wisely? How can I learn from this?" Taking responsibility isn't about self-blame, it's about self-empowerment. And if you're someone who already looks inward for solutions, let me tell you, you're ahead of the curve. Next, let's talk about commitment to growth. This isn't just about learning new skills or taking courses. It's a mindset, a belief that you are a work in progress. Aristotle described this as eudaimonia, the pursuit of human flourishing. It's not about being perfect, it's about being better than you were yesterday. Think about the times you've sought out growth. Maybe you've read books to expand your knowledge or taken on challenges that stretched your limits. Growth can be uncomfortable. It often feels like failure. But here's the truth. Growth and failure are two sides of the same coin. When you embrace failure as a teacher rather than a judgment, you unlock limitless potential. Consider the growth mindset described by psychologist Carol Dweck. People with this mindset don't see intelligence or talent as fixed traits. Instead, they view them as muscles to be strengthened through effort. If you've ever tackled something hard and thought, "I'll figure it out eventually," congratulations, you're demonstrating a growth mindset. That's the mindset of success. Now here's a tough one: embracing discomfort. Let's be honest, nobody likes to be uncomfortable. Whether it's physical pain, emotional vulnerability, or professional uncertainty, discomfort feels like the enemy. But what if I told you that discomfort is actually a signal that you're growing? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, obstacles are not barriers, they're opportunities. Think about a time when you stepped outside your comfort zone. Maybe it was starting a new job, confronting someone about an issue, or taking a risk on a dream. It probably felt terrifying at the time. But didn't it also lead to growth, clarity, or even success? Discomfort is the crucible in which resilience is forged. It's in those moments of struggle that you learn who you are and what you're capable of. If you're someone who doesn't shy away from challenges, you're building a foundation of grit. And grit, as research shows, is one of the strongest predictors of long-term success. Finally, let's touch on having a vision. Success doesn't happen by accident. It begins with a vision, a clear idea of where you want to go. Now, I don't mean you need a detailed 10-year plan. A vision can be as simple as knowing the kind of life you want to lead, the values you want to uphold, or the impact you want to make. Nietzsche called this the creation of your own purpose, a deeply personal endeavor that gives your life meaning. Without a vision, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting wherever the wind takes you. But when you have even a glimmer of a goal, you begin to steer your life with intention. Think of innovators like Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey. Their paths weren't easy, but they were guided by a vision that kept them moving forward. And you? If you've ever dreamed of something better, a career, a relationship, a version of yourself, you already have the spark of vision. The key is to nurture it, refine it, and let it guide your actions. As we wrap up this first part, I want you to reflect. Are you someone who takes responsibility? Do you seek growth, embrace discomfort, and hold a vision for your life? If you answered yes to any of these, you're not just on the path to success, you're walking it every single day. These qualities might not always feel glamorous, but they are the bedrock upon which greatness is built. Stay with me as we explore even more reasons why you're destined for success. Let's start with a big one: discipline. There's a myth that successful people are constantly motivated, always fired up to tackle their goals. The truth? They're not. What sets them apart is discipline, the ability to show up and do the work even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus taught that we must train our minds like we train our bodies. He said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." It's about aligning your actions with your aspirations, even on the days when your bed feels too comfortable or the task ahead feels too daunting. Think about a time when you pushed through resistance to accomplish something meaningful. Maybe it was studying for an exam, sticking to a fitness routine, or waking up early to work on a side project. That wasn't motivation, that was discipline. And if you've built the habit of showing up consistently, you've already unlocked one of the most powerful tools for success. Here's a practical tip. Discipline grows when you start small. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Begin with micro commitments, like writing for 5 minutes a day or drinking a glass of water each morning. Success is not the result of grand gestures. It's the compound effect of tiny, disciplined actions repeated over time. Another key habit of success is self-reflection. We live in a noisy world, filled with distractions and demands on our attention. If you don't take the time to step back and reflect, you risk losing sight of what truly matters. Reflection allows you to assess your progress, learn from your experiences, and make intentional adjustments. The Stoics were masters of self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius famously kept a journal, recording his thoughts, challenges, and insights. He used this practice to ground himself, to remember his principles, and to hold himself accountable. It wasn't about self-criticism, it was about self-awareness. Ask yourself, do you take time to reflect on your day, your goals, or your emotions? If so, you're cultivating a habit that's vital for growth and success. Reflection helps you avoid the trap of autopilot living, where you're busy but not necessarily moving in the right direction. You don't need to write a full journal entry every night, though that's a fantastic habit if it resonates with you. Reflection can be as simple as asking yourself 3 questions at the end of the day. What went well? What didn't go well? And what can I improve tomorrow? This habit sharpens your focus and keeps you aligned with your vision. Now, let's talk about a habit that might surprise you. Gratitude. At first glance, gratitude might not seem like a success strategy, but research and ancient wisdom tells us otherwise. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. This creates a mindset of possibility, resilience, and contentment. The Stoics had a practice called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. They would imagine worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on them, but to remind themselves of how much they already had. By appreciating the present, they found strength to face the future. Think about it. When was the last time you truly appreciated what you have? Your health, your relationships, your opportunities. If you've cultivated the habit of gratitude, you're already building the mental resilience that success demands. Gratitude isn't about ignoring challenges, it's about facing them with a heart full of perspective and hope. A simple way to practice gratitude is by listing 3 things you're thankful for each day. It could be as profound as a supportive friend, or as simple as a good cup of coffee. Over time, this habit rewires your brain to focus on the positive, which fuels your motivation and creativity. Let's move to a habit that's often overlooked, but incredibly powerful: staying adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and success rarely follows a straight line. The ability to adapt, to pivot, to embrace change is what separates those who thrive from those who falter. Heraclitus, the ancient Greek philosopher, famously said, "The only constant in life is change." Stoicism builds on this idea, teaching us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. When you embrace adaptability, you stop fighting against reality and start working with it. Think of an example from your own life. Maybe you had a plan that didn't work out, a job that fell through, a relationship that ended, or a goal that had to be postponed. If you adapted and found a new path forward, you demonstrated resilience. And resilience is a hallmark of success. Adaptability doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means being flexible in your methods. It's like driving to a destination. If one road is blocked, you take another. The destination doesn't change, but your route might. If you're someone who sees change as an opportunity rather than a setback, you're already ahead. Finally, let's talk about focusing on what matters most. Success isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. This is where priorities come into play. In a world full of endless options, focusing on your core values and goals is a superpower. The philosopher Seneca put it beautifully. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Success isn't about being busy, it's about being intentional. Every hour you spend aligns or misaligns with your greater purpose. How do you know you're focusing on what matters? One clue is how you allocate your time. Do you spend it on activities that align with your goals, values, and vision? If so, you're already cultivating a habit of success. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. A helpful practice is the rule of 3. Each morning, identify the 3 most important things you need to accomplish that day. These should align with your long-term goals, not just urgent tasks. By focusing on these priorities, you ensure that your energy goes toward what truly matters. As we wrap up this section, take a moment to reflect on the habits we've explored: discipline, self-reflection, gratitude, adaptability, and prioritization. If any of these resonate with you, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. These habits might seem small, but they are the building blocks of an extraordinary life. Stay with me as we continue this journey into the next part, where we'll dive even deeper into why you're destined for success. Many people fear failure, but if you're on the path to success, you've likely come to understand that failure isn't the end. It's part of the process. Each misstep offers a lesson, an opportunity to refine your approach and grow stronger. Consider Thomas Edison's journey with the light bulb. When asked about his many failed attempts, Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perspective highlights a critical truth. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a building block for it. In Stoic philosophy, this concept aligns with the idea of amor fati, or the love of fate. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." In other words, setbacks are fuel for growth, not reasons to stop. Think about a time when you failed at something. Perhaps it was a job interview that didn't go as planned, a project that fell short of expectations, or a personal goal that seemed out of reach. If you learned from that experience and tried again, you demonstrated resilience. That resilience is what sets you apart. Here's a practical tip. Reframe failure as feedback. Instead of thinking, "I failed," ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities, keeping you on the path to success. Next, let's explore another cornerstone of a success mindset: the power of belief. It's been said that whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. If you believe in your ability to succeed, you're far more likely to take the necessary steps to make it happen. This ties closely to the idea of self-efficacy, a term popularized by psychologist Albert Bandura. Self-efficacy is the belief in your ability to influence events and achieve outcomes. When you possess this belief, you approach challenges with confidence and persistence. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of mindset. Epictetus taught that our thoughts determine our reality. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If you believe that you can overcome difficulties and grow, you will. Let's ground this in an example. Imagine someone who dreams of starting their own business. If they believe they're capable of learning the necessary skills and overcoming obstacles, they'll take action, researching, networking, and experimenting. But if they doubt themselves, they'll likely remain stuck, paralyzed by fear and inaction. If you've ever taken a leap of faith, whether by pursuing a new career, taking on a challenge, or stepping out of your comfort zone, you've already demonstrated the power of belief. And that belief is a critical ingredient for success. A useful exercise is to practice affirmations. Each day, remind yourself of your capabilities and potential. Say, "I am resilient, I am capable, I am on the path to success." Over time, these affirmations can reshape your internal dialogue and strengthen your confidence. Now let's turn to a mindset that's both empowering and liberating: detachment from outcomes. Now, some exciting news. Our channel now offers a 24/7 live stream, streaming Stoic wisdom and insights around the clock. Plus, by joining our members club, you'll unlock exclusive benefits, deeper content dives, and personal insights. Join us on this journey, and let's build a meaningful life together. And I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "better" every day, so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. This might sound counterintuitive. After all, aren't goals and outcomes what we're striving for? Yes. But if you tie your sense of self-worth solely to the results, you risk losing sight of the journey, and the journey is where growth happens. In Stoic philosophy, this idea is encapsulated in the concept of control. The Stoics taught that we can control our actions but not the results. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." By focusing on what you can control, your effort, your attitude, you free yourself from the anxiety of uncertainty. Consider an athlete preparing for a competition. They can control their training, diet, and mindset, but not the outcome of the game. If they obsess over winning, they may feel overwhelmed by pressure. But if they focus on giving their best effort, regardless of the result, they'll not only perform better, but also find joy in the process. This mindset can be applied to any area of life. If you've ever worked hard on a project, not knowing how it would be received, and felt satisfaction simply from giving it your all, you've practiced detachment from outcomes. That sense of peace and fulfillment is a hallmark of success. To cultivate this mindset, try the effort journal. Each day, write down the actions you took toward your goals, not the results. Over time, you'll see that your consistent efforts are what truly matter, and the results will naturally follow. Another critical mindset for success is the abundance mentality. The abundance mentality is the belief that there's enough success, opportunity, and happiness to go around. It's the opposite of a scarcity mindset, which sees life as a zero-sum game where someone else's gain is your loss. When you embrace abundance, you're more likely to collaborate, share, and celebrate others' successes. This creates a positive cycle of generosity and goodwill, which often leads to more opportunities and support. Philosophies like Taoism emphasize harmony and interconnectedness, which align with the abundance mentality. The Tao Te Ching teaches that when we act with generosity and without fear of scarcity, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life. Think about a time when you helped someone without expecting anything in return. Maybe you shared your knowledge, connected them with an opportunity, or simply offered encouragement. Chances are that act of generosity not only strengthened your relationship, but also brought unexpected rewards later on. To practice abundance, start by celebrating others' successes. If a colleague gets promoted or a friend achieves a goal, genuinely cheer them on. Gratitude is another powerful way to reinforce abundance. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a mindset of plenty. Finally, let's explore a mindset that might surprise you. Embracing uncertainty. Success is never guaranteed. The path is often winding, filled with unknowns and risks. But if you've learned to embrace uncertainty, you're already ahead of the curve. Why? Because uncertainty is where growth and innovation happen. In Stoicism, the idea of uncertainty is tied to the principle of premeditatio malorum. By imagining potential challenges and preparing for them, you develop resilience. This doesn't mean dwelling on worst-case scenarios. It means acknowledging them and moving forward anyway. Consider explorers venturing into uncharted territory. They didn't have maps or guarantees, but their willingness to face the unknown led to discoveries that changed the world. Similarly, if you've ever taken a risk, whether by starting a new project, moving to a new city, or pursuing a dream without a clear plan, you've demonstrated the courage to embrace uncertainty. A practical way to cultivate this mindset is to reframe uncertainty as adventure. Instead of fearing the unknown, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Remember, every success story begins with someone stepping into the unknown. As we wrap up this section, take a moment to reflect on the mindset traits we've discussed: embracing failure, believing in yourself, detaching from outcomes, fostering abundance, and welcoming uncertainty. If any of these resonate with you, you're already building the mental foundation for success. In the final part, we'll explore how to sustain this journey and leave a lasting legacy. Stay tuned. Let's discuss the importance of continuous learning and adaptability. Success is not a destination, it's a dynamic process. The world is constantly changing, and those who thrive are the ones who adapt and grow alongside it. If you've developed a habit of learning, whether through books, experiences, or mentorship, you're already ensuring that your success will endure. This mindset ties closely to the Stoic principle of prohairesis, or the ability to make conscious choices. Epictetus believed that while external circumstances are beyond our control, our ability to learn and respond is always within our power. When you embrace learning as a lifelong journey, you strengthen your capacity to navigate uncertainty and seize new opportunities. Think about how technology has transformed industries. Businesses that resisted change often struggled, while those that adapted thrived. On a personal level, if you've ever taken the initiative to learn a new skill, pivot in your career, or adjust your approach to a challenge, you've demonstrated adaptability. A practical way to sustain this mindset is to adopt the 1% rule. Aim to improve by just 1% every day, whether it's reading a chapter of a book, learning a new word in a foreign language, or reflecting on a recent experience. These small, consistent efforts compound over time. Next, let's explore the power of gratitude as a foundation for sustaining success. Gratitude is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful tools for maintaining perspective and balance. When you take the time to appreciate what you have, you cultivate a sense of abundance and joy that fuels your journey forward. In Stoicism, gratitude is central to achieving peace of mind. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to be thankful for the present moment, writing, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." Gratitude grounds us in the here and now, helping us to appreciate our progress without being consumed by the pursuit of more. If you've ever paused to reflect on your achievements, the people who've supported you, or the lessons you've learned, you've tapped into the power of gratitude. This practice not only enhances your well-being, but also strengthens your relationships and inspires others. Here's a simple exercise. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be as small as a kind word from a colleague or as significant as overcoming a challenge. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to focus on positivity, keeping you motivated and resilient. Now let's delve into service and contribution. A key element of building a legacy. True success isn't measured by what you gain, but by what you give. If you've ever mentored someone, volunteered your time, or shared your resources to uplift others, you're already creating a ripple effect of positive change. This idea aligns with the Stoic concept of sympathia, or the interconnectedness of all things. The Stoics believed that our purpose is to contribute to the greater good. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings no benefit to the bee." In other words, individual success is most meaningful when it contributes to the well-being of the whole. Consider figures like Nelson Mandela or Mother Teresa, whose legacies are defined by their service to others. While their journeys were filled with personal challenges, their impact on humanity far outweighed their struggles. On a smaller scale, think about how your own actions, whether offering advice to a friend or supporting a community project, have made a difference. To deepen your impact, reflect on your unique strengths and how they can be used to serve others. Are you a skilled communicator? Use your voice to inspire change. Are you financially successful? Invest in causes that align with your values. The possibilities are endless, and every act of service adds to your legacy. Let's also address resilience in the face of setbacks, an essential trait for sustaining success. Even when you've achieved significant milestones, life will continue to present challenges. Resilience is what allows you to navigate these obstacles without losing sight of your goals. If you've overcome hardships, setbacks, or moments of doubt and kept moving forward, you're embodying this quality. Resilience is deeply rooted in Stoicism. Seneca famously wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." The Stoics viewed adversity as an opportunity to build character and wisdom, not as a reason to give up. Imagine a successful entrepreneur whose business faces an unexpected downturn. Instead of succumbing to despair, they analyze the situation, adapt their strategy, and emerge stronger. This pattern is common among those who sustain success. They see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. To cultivate resilience, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment, and remind yourself of your past triumphs. This perspective helps you approach difficulties with confidence and determination. Now, let's talk about living with purpose. The ultimate marker of a successful life. Success isn't just about achieving goals. It's about aligning your actions with your values and purpose. When you live with purpose, every step you take feels meaningful, and your achievements resonate on a deeper level. In philosophy, this idea is captured by the Japanese concept of ikigai, which means reason for being. Your ikigai lies at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be rewarded for. When you find your ikigai, you unlock a sense of fulfillment that transcends material success. Think about a time when you felt truly alive, when your work, relationships, or passions aligned perfectly with your values. That feeling is a glimpse of your purpose. If you've taken steps to pursue that alignment, whether through your career, hobbies, or relationships, you're already living with purpose. To clarify your purpose, take time to reflect on your values and passions. Ask yourself, what drives me? What impact do I want to make? The answers will guide you toward a life of meaning and fulfillment. Finally, let's explore leaving a legacy. The ultimate culmination of sustained success. A legacy isn't just about what you achieve, it's about the mark you leave on others and the world. It's the lessons, values, and impact that endure long after you're gone. If you've inspired others, shared your knowledge, or contributed to a cause greater than yourself, you're already building your legacy. This idea resonates with the Stoic focus on living virtuously. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on his legacy, writing, "What we do now echoes in eternity." The Stoics believed that a life well lived is one that leaves a positive imprint on humanity. Consider someone like Leonardo da Vinci, whose contributions to art, science, and philosophy continue to inspire generations. While most of us won't achieve that level of influence, our everyday actions, mentoring a colleague, raising kind and compassionate children, or creating something meaningful, can have a profound impact. To actively shape your legacy, think about the values you want to embody and the contributions you want to make. Then, align your actions with those intentions. Your legacy is built not in a single moment, but in the consistent choices you make every day. As we conclude this journey, take a moment to recognize the success that's already within you. You've embraced habits of growth, cultivated a resilient mindset, and taken steps toward a purposeful and impactful life. These are the markers of true success, not just fleeting achievements, but a journey of continuous growth, fulfillment, and contribution. Remember, success isn't about perfection or a final destination. It's about progress, integrity, and the positive ripple effects you create. By living with intention and aligning your actions with your values, you're not just on the path to success, you're paving the way for others to follow. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts, take action, and continue building a life of meaning and purpose. Here's to your journey, your growth, and your legacy. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day.